With a host of arm-wrenching new 2022 motorcycles on the way, we take a look at some more heavyweight contenders that are just longing to lighten your wallet while putting a bug-splattered smile on your face. Welcome to Road Rash TV. With its 1300 V-twin producing a power output of 177 brake horse and 103 foot-pounds of torque, KTM has definitely set the bar high with its all-new, state-of-the-art 1290 Super Duke RR. They've taken the already formidable stock machine and stripped out every gram of fat while tuning its engine to the max. Now the first thing that we noticed is almost everything that could be changed to carbon fibre has been, including fairings, chain guard, mudguard, brake ducts, under tray and ignition lock. Even the seat unit of the standard R has been replaced with a carbon single seat unit that weighs in at just 800 grams. There's new machine triple clamps, new forged wheels and even a new battery that all help to shed weight. Now this has basically resulted in a bike that looks a whole lot more like a concept bike. Now aside from the weight shedding, KTM have also maxed out on the level of kit on offer. Now at the front the RR boasts new Apex Pro 7548 closed cartridge forks. There's also an adjustable Apex Pro 7117 steering dampener for added good measure. And just to give the bike that sticky track tyre feel, KTM has shod the RR with Michelin Power Cup 2 tyres. So the RR has 5 riding modes being Street, Sport, Rain, Performance and Track. And as if all that isn't enough, the accessorising doesn't stop there, because as well as all that new carbon fibre, the RR comes with adjustable controls throughout, a titanium aquapovic slip-on and a quick action throttle. There's also been a few changes in the electronics department, including a reduction in traction control intervention in all modes. The sports mode has actually been replaced with a performance mode. Now if you want to try and get your hands on one of these madcap machines, it'll set you back about 21.5k. And you'd also best be quick off the mark because KTM are only going to produce around 500 of them. Straight to the point with another curvaceous, muscular powerhouse of a bike, the all-new 1260 S, black and steel's combination of agility between the curves and rocket-like power on the straight will undoubtedly put a smile on the face of all that get a chance to ride one. The all-new DeVal combines the performance of an extreme naked with the ergonomics of a muscle cruiser. The sleeker design reinterprets the DeVal's style with a contemporary look that integrates perfectly the 162 horsepower DVT 1262cc engine and is compliant with all new Euro 5 regulations. The 1260S Black and Steel's undoubtedly the novelty model in the lineup for Ducati's 2022 range, and is characterised by a choice of refined graphics that combine glossy grey and matte black as the main colours, highlighted with striking touches of yellow to the frame, lower part of the tail and dedicated seat badge. Muscular lines and a menacing front overlay the strong and restless personality of the new DeVal, featuring a longer slender rear with a 240mm rear wheel. The S version with its distinctive golden Olin suspension is typical of the decisive and refined style of the new sporty DeVal 1260. Now when it comes to power, with its maximum torque output of 192 Nm, 95 foot-pounds at 700 RPM, that as we said earlier produces 162 brake horsepower, and all weighing in at a dry weight of 223 kilograms, I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear that this all adds up to a neck-bracing 0 to 60 of around 2.5 seconds, and a top speed that's just shy of 170 miles an hour that's not for the faint-hearted. And just in case any of you are fancy taming one, it'll cost you the best part of 18k to try. R-Series models have been thrilling riders for over 20 years, and yes, you've guessed it, there's now a new sharper looking kid on the block that's ready to welcome a new generation of thrill seekers into the R world. Faster, more agile and with handsome looks, the long-awaited new R7 offers sports performance with chilling fun. Yamaha's new bike, despite taking its name from one of the most hardcore, race-focused and expensive road bikes ever built, is a much more practical proposition than its namesake, providing a friendly stepping stone from Yamaha's R125 and R3 to the vastly faster and more expensive R1. Now mechanically speaking, it's actually closely related to the existing MT-07, but Yamaha's designers have worked miracles to encompass the same major mechanical parts in a far sportier style of bike. With a frame that's basically the same tubular design that's used on the MT-07 and the swing arm carried over as well, the R7 does get new 41mm upside down forks, adjustable for preload, rebound and compression, along with a combination of cast upper and forged alloy lower triple clamps. Now because it's got a lower front end and head angle, it's steeper than the MT-07, reduced from 24.5 degrees to 23.7 degrees, with the wheelbase has also been fractionally shortened by just 5mm. Now the rear shock and linkages have also been reworked for this bike to create a slightly different riding position that's inevitably going to put more of the rider's weight over the front of the bike thanks to its low clip-ons and higher, more rear set pegs. Now aftermarket accessories are already being lined up for this bike, including a titanium Acroperfect exhaust, various billet components and a shortened license plate bracket. So if you are thinking of buying a new bike and this tickles your fancy, hold on to your hats guys, because it's on its way soon. Now for those of you that like a fusion of neo-classic looks and heart-pounding speed, the new Surerveloce S should undoubtedly be a bike that's gonna float your boat. With the new surreal white exterior highlighting its timeless lines and gold spoked wheels, combined with efficiency, power and weight of an ultra-modern race bike, the result is a real head-turning, power-drenched piece of eye candy. Its 3-cylinder engine's been subjected to exhaustive development, and with its characteristic counter-rotating crankshaft that's actually quite unique for this displacement, that creates a maximum power output of 147 horsepower, 108 kilowatts at 13,000 RPM, the MV Augusta's 3-cylinder remains one of the most powerful in its class. The clutch receives a major upgrade with a more robust clutch basket that makes the bike more manageable and also quieter. It's bi-directional quick shifts, now in its 3rd generation, that gives it smoother and more precise shifting. From its ABS control right the way through to its ECU firmware, the electronics on the new Surerveloce model have seen a significant evolution thanks in part to the arrival of its IMU internal platform. Developed specifically for the MV Augusta, it detects the bike's position in space, allowing for extremely accurate management of all the bike's controls based on its lean angle. Now as if all that isn't enough, the Surerveloce S is also available with a racing kit that includes a single seat tail fairing with a brown Alcantara pad, our triple exit exhaust and related ECU with dedicated mapping. And with a top speed almost touching 150 miles an hour, this bike's no slow coach, and has definitely positioned itself to make any owner of this bike's dreams come true. The long-awaited 901's been in the pipeline for some time now. Based on the new KTM 890 Adventure, it will share the same engine, mainframe, suspension, wheels and fuel tank. However, the bike will have its own look, as Husky's added different bodywork with slightly retro-looking fairings, and obviously a different colour scheme. Its crash bars are integrated beautifully within the bodywork, and its engine protection fits snugly around a brushed metal bash plate unit. Now the bike is going to come with a 5-inch TFT dash, but unfortunately the cool split dash we saw on the concept that shared the screen with a smartphone appears to have sadly vanished. The bike will have a 21-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear, and some of the electronics will include Bosch cornering ABS and lean sensitivity traction. Husqvarna have confirmed that the striking Norden 901 will be going into production by adding it into the 2021 production lineup, but there's been no word since then. However, we would expect the finished bike to be unveiled later this year and arrive in dealers by early 2022. If you are enjoying today's lineup of bikes, please leave a comment about your favourite. And even if you don't leave a comment, but you have found the review interesting, please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want. My name's Bobby Max. Watch one of these reviews next. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.